I will switch into English. Anastasia, I hope you can hear me. Yes, okay, perfect. So, Anastasia, it's really an honor to have you live on our trading call today. You are not only a great inspiration for me, but for many, many people, and especially women. You show that a woman can rock the trading game, and you showed that a woman is meant for more than just standing in the kitchen. You showed that you cannot only be pretty, but also very smart. And we are very, very proud of you and look forward to learning from you today. And yes, you're welcome to unmute yourself. The stage is yours.
Thank you, dear Mija, for introducing me, and first of all, to inviting myself on this call. And first of all, I'm very excited to be here. It's my pleasure to be here with you on the call. I know Mija does this weekly trading call. It's absolutely amazing for every single one of you to be able to join these team calls. You know, this kind of communities are absolutely wonderful, because you are not alone in this trading journey. You know, you can jump on this calls, you can learn from someone else, you can get there, you can get their experience in, and you can shorten it your own trading journey so many times compared to what it would be if you would be doing it alone, right? So I think it's absolutely amazing that all of you are here today, and I'm excited to be here and to be able to share some things from my side that help me on my trading journey, and I hope they will help you as well. And I don't speak German, unfortunately, so I don't know what Mija said. I believe she said amazing things, but I still will say a couple of words from my side about my trading journey, just to give you some insights about what and how, right? So for those of you who don't know me yet, I'm Anastasia, and I've been trading for the past already good 8 years, right? And my first time journey started actually with crypto. Who here loves crypto? Drop me some crypto in the chat box if you guys love crypto, right? My journey started with crypto, and it was way before 2017 with the first hike, the first pump, and also the first big dump, right? And then after this, I realized I needed to go out there and learn something more stable, you know, because crypto is fantastic. However, it is a different market, you know, that if someone learns it, they need to be able to go deeper into this and understand the psychology and everything. So I've changed to Forex, and I've changed to commodities then, and now I'm at the point where, as you know, I'm trading indices for already a good couple of years, and I found myself in it. But why I'm saying it is because I was the person, and I'm the person who probably tried it all. You know, I tried trading indices, commodities, currency pairs, cryptocurrency. I tried scalping, HFX. At that moment, it was still binary options, right? I tried swing trading, like long-term investments, all of these kind of things. So from the perspective of the person who was looking for my trading style for quite a while, I'm gonna share some things with you that work and they don't that don't work inside of the market, and they are gonna lead you to your results, or they're gonna destroy your progress. All right, so you can also take some points from it, and you can also apply it to your trading journey and make it better for yourself, you know, and get the results and get to the place where you want to be faster. But before we start, I have one question to you. Can I have one question to you guys? Can you drop me in the chat box, how long have you been trading? How long have you been with I Am Mastery Academy so far? Is it a couple of months? Do we have someone who is here more than a year? Oh, I see already. 1.5 years, 4 months, 7 months, 3 months, 12 months. Okay. I see a lot of you here, right, are below 12 months. Right? I see a couple of people that are longer here, you know, they have more experience. However, I believe that the things that I'm going to say now, they also, you guys who are here for more than 12 months, you also will take a lot from there. But the main things that I wanted to make today, and this is why I asked, is what can you expect from trading from the first 6 to 12 months in the trading career? Because this first 12 months is a make it to the break it point regarding either the person is going to make it right and she's gonna stay in the market and keep progressing forward and keep growing. All the first 12 months are going to break someone, because trading can break someone if someone is not prepared for this. So let's talk about what we can actually expect, right? And from the perspective of being an educator in our academy already for the good couple of good years, I can tell you that we and me as well, right? So everything I'm gonna say is gonna be from the person who felt this way or made this mistake and lost this money doing the same exact things, okay? So I know how you guys feel, and I'm gonna tell you how to get out of this eventually. Now, so from my perspective, seeing a lot of people coming in our academy, going, and my own experience as well, building a team first, then trading, is that we come into the industry with wrong expectations. Trading is positioned currently, now I've traveled to Marbella. Now I'm in Marbella in Spain. And I traveled here like just 1 week ago. And it's so funny, just when 6 years ago, you were saying to someone trading, and they were like, what? Forex, and people didn't know. And now you go, and in the airport, there is a huge promotion lighting up, to sign up with this broker, or, they're gonna give you the best results or the best service, or trading there and trading here, on the right and left. Now the trading is promoted in the way of everyone can do it and make money fast. And in fact, everyone can do it, but make money fast is an expectation that leads people to the wrong approach to the market from the first step they make. Because let's imagine this is point zero. This is where people should come in the market at the point zero, without knowledge and being able to and being ready, just like the kids. We are 6 years old, we are going to school, and the teacher is teaching us something, and we are not saying at 6 years old, hey, you're a dumbass, that's not true, I'm gonna do it my way, right? Or now I'm gonna invent how to count in a different way. Now I'm gonna invent how to read in a different way. No, we come and we are ready to learn, we are ready to absorb the knowledge, and we believe that there are people out there who know it better. Now, how many people come into the industry of trading is below zero, because we come into the market with expectations, I'm gonna make it fast. 99% of traders or people lose money, but I'm definitely not gonna be the one. Everyone does this mistake and loses money, but I'm not gonna lose money, and it's gonna work for me. And I'm gonna quit my job in the next 3 months after I start my trading career. This all brings us below zero, because all of this leads not only to wrong expectations, but the more wrong emotional decisions. And now you are in the market with not a long-term vision to build first knowledge and experience and understanding on what we are doing and then get results. No, we are here with expectations to get money fast, which leads us to emotional decisions, losses, over trading, over leveraging, and so on and so on and so on. And most importantly, it gets us in this loop where we do the same exact mistakes, we do the same exact things, and we come back to the same exact point over and over and over again, because these expectations in our mind that after 3 months, we should have already done it yesterday, Who feels like this? Because I felt like this. You know how it feels? You are here for 12 months and you are expected yourself already to have a Ferrari, but you are still not even making consistent profits. And you're like, I should have been there yesterday. Who feels like this sometimes? You are trading for a while and you feel like you are not where you're supposed to be already by now. I know how it feels. And then we put ourselves under the pressure, which no one puts upon us but us. And we tell ourselves with the strong expectations that we should have already done it. And it takes time. First, the problem is that to come to zero, this already takes time if you come in with wrong expectations. But we can come after, above zero, with the results, progress, understanding, or only after we pass point zero. With the wrong expectations, we will never pass this breaking point in the first place. So the fact that trading is promoted in this kind of way, it makes it difficult for a lot of people to understand what are the realistic expectations from trading. So if you catch yourself ever on the thought that I should have already done it, or I should already be able to know this, or I should already be able to be doing this, remind yourself that no one puts this pressure upon yourself but you in the first place. And that who told you even, okay, maybe in our case, sometimes, in my case, for example, no one told me that I'm going to be making, I don't know how much money after 12 months. But, there are people out there on Instagram, there you go, and they tell, oh, you're going to make 1,000% in 3 months from now, which is raw marketing if it comes to trading. But, no one tells us in a bigger scale of things that you have to do it in 3 months. Your family is not expecting you most likely to do it in 3 months. They don't even expect you to do it in 12 months. They most likely just want you to be happy. And for them, it doesn't matter if you're going to make it after 1 year or 2 years or after 5 years. It's us who feels like we need to figure it all out already. And I see we are mostly people, well, let's say below 25, 6, 7 on this call, and we feel sometimes like we need to have it all figured out already. Like until 25, we need to already make a couple of millions of dollars because someone on YouTube did. But I'm going to tell you, if you go out there on street, you will see what the average are. And you learning trading and you learning this skill set is already above the average. So every single time you put your catching yourself on the thought that I should already have done this, remind yourself that if you put yourself among, and it's not about comparison, it's about reminding yourself to not put too much pressure upon yourself. Remember that if you think about the average of your age around yourself, you are much further with experience, with knowledge, with skill set, with understanding what is even possible, and going for it. So in the first 6 to 12 months, in the first place, we need to be able to have a patience, but patience not in a way of, I'm patient until I'm going to get results. No, patient with ourselves in the first place as well. You're not understanding it yet, it's fine. We sometimes forget that results is not the only equivalent of progress. It's not the only measurement of progress. For those of you here 3 months, who texted in the chat box, 3 months ago, you didn't even know trading was possible. You didn't even know that trading could have made you money online. But now 3 months later, you are thinking that you are not good enough because you didn't produce the results yet. That's not true. We forget that learning that trading exists and making the decision to learn it, it's already progress. That learning the strategy, it's already progress. Not like for over leveraging, just making this one small change is already progress. Let it not be results yet. Maybe you're not withdrawing from your account yet, but you're already not over leveraging. That's a huge progress. Learning how to use MT4 is a huge progress. I mean, people on the street don't know this. That's a huge progress. So remind yourself that you didn't even know these things exist 3, 6, 12 months ago. It's not such a big time difference from the moment that you started trading yet. This is source progress. So be patient with yourself with learning the skill set. Be patient with yourself with shifting your mindset. It takes a lot of work. In fact, this is why I love trading the most. It's a blessing and a curse. And then you are going to choose what it's going to be for you. Because in a blessing in a way, it's a blessing and a curse in a way that to be able to have good results in trading, you need to work on your emotions. And it's not only about discipline. Trading is the best psychologist you can get and the best feedback you can get about your mindset right now in this current, in this current moment. I'm working with psychological topics, and I really love it. And I really love to know how our brain works. And training will bring out about yourself certain things that you didn't even know exist, certain truths and programs that we don't catch on daily life. but they have a big influence on us. So to become a really good trader, we need to be able to shift our mind. And why am I saying it's a blessing and a curse? Because it's a blessing. First of all, if you want to become a really good trader, it's going to make it a better you. You're going to become much better yourself in the first place if you want to become a better trader. Besides this, it's also going to help you to understand your emotions better. It's also going to help you to even communicate with others, because if you work on your emotions, you will also be able to understand not only your emotions better, but someone else's emotions better as well. And of course, it's going to produce your results long term, but it occurs in the way that not a lot of people are ready to do this. You know the truth why people give up on trading? It's not because they lost money. It's not because they are not smart enough to learn the skill set. Everyone can learn the skill set. Technical skill set is not the problem at all. Understanding the strategy is not the problem at all. You know, there is a famous saying that you know, there one big proprietary firm on Wall Street, and they asked, you know, why do you think most traders lose money? And they said, because of emotions and psychological perspective, because even if they will put their best trading rules on the huge wall, on the poster on the Wall Street, in front of everyone, people will still keep losing money. Because it's not about the strategy. Learning the strategy is not the problem. The problem is that not a lot of people are ready to sacrifice or to spend the next 6 to 12 months on learning how to deal with the emotions, unlearning the patterns, accepting that the patterns we learned in the past are wrong and they're not leading us to our results. Accepting that the way we think is wrong takes a lot of strength, and it takes no ego. This is what is most difficult. It takes no ego to become a good trader. If you have ego in trading, ego is going to kill you in the market. Market filters it immediately. You make immediately emotional decisions, which immediately may lead to emotional losses, and this is difficult. And people are not ready to spend the next 6, 12 months on unlearning and learning new things. This is why people quit. And one of the things that you need to ask yourself is, am I ready to accept that the next 6 to 12 months may not be making me millions of dollars yet, and it's still going to be a progress and learning process? This is you need to ask yourself. First of all, by asking yourself this question, you're gonna immediately take a lot of pressure from your shoulders. Because accepting that, okay, the next 6 to 12 months, I'm gonna be doing my best, and even if it not leads me to results yet, I know it's gonna make me progress a lot, and after this is gonna lead me to results somewhere. You are taking this pressure from yourself that from today to tomorrow, you need to triple your trading account. You know, from this month to another month, you need to be a already successful, profitable trader. And also you're going to build a long-term vision. And this is what we lack so much. You know what the problem is of our generation? It's also a blessing and a curse, and it's also you who decides what is going to be for you. And like the variety of the information around us. Our parents or grandparents, why did was the life easier for them with wars and stuff like this at that moment still? Because they didn't know how the people in the next village lived. They didn't know that there is better, and they didn't know that they could make more money to get a better car. They had a bicycle to be able to move, and they were able to eat and had a house and a family, and they were happy. But we see everything. We go on Instagram and we see Rolls Royces everywhere, and we see Dubai and people making a huge amount of money, and the kids at 9 making millions on TikTok, you know? And there is so much information that we can compare ourselves to that we forget to be able to enjoy life at the current moment And it also blocks our progress, because instead of focusing on the long-term results and vision, we are focusing on the immediate gratification, immediate feedback that we are doing something right. But in life, we don't get immediate feedback that we are doing something right. Life is going to test you if you are ready for what you are asking for. Life is going to test you if you are ready for this amount of money that you want to make in the markets. Life is going to test you if you are ready to become a leader of 500 people, if you want to be a chairman 10, before you even get there. And only people who are going to pass this exam of life are going to actually get there, because then they're going to prove they will be able to manage it. You know, there is a good question about like to ask. I have a really good, like I was talking to a really good traders, and one of them, you know, there's a conversation between them, one asking another, you know, would you trade? And I'm asking you right now in the chat box, would you guys trade the same way you are trading now if you would have a $20 million in your account? Yes or no? Would you trade in the same way that you're trading now if your account would be $20 million? Salim said yes, amazing. Antonia, amazing. But for those of you guys who said no, this is exactly why you don't have $20 million in your account, right? Because we would not trade in this way if you would have this money. We forget, and I also had all of this, and I went through all of this, and I lost a lot of money before I ever started to make one, right? We forget that to be able to grow financially, we first need to be able to manage this type of capital. And I hear a lot, people think that, you know, in the ways of when, like, if then, I'm gonna give you an example. If or when I'm gonna be a, you know, successful trader, or I'm gonna have, I don't know, like $100,000 in my account with FTMO, whatever it is, then I'm gonna be risking 1% of my account. But now, as I have only 100 euros, I can't risk 1%, right? Because I'm not gonna be able making money. So let me risk 50% of my 100 euros account to be able to double it fast. But when I will have $100,000 in my account, of course, I'm not gonna risk half of it. No, guys, you're lying to yourself. Exactly in the same way you are trading now on your small account, you will be trading on the bigger account, because it's just zeros. And until you understand this, and until you're gonna be unattached to the profit or loss results in your account and focus only on a way of the rules that you are following in your strategy performance, you're gonna get yourself in the same trap over and over and over again, right? You know that one of the biggest things that you can do for your own trading technically, okay, is that, you know, who have ever woken up in the middle of the night and you have trade running in the night, and the first thing you do when you open your eyes is you are checking your MT4 with one eye closed to see how your trade is going? Who have ever done this? Who have ever in the morning, right? You wake up and the first thing you do, you catch your MT4 to see how your trade from yesterday is doing. Exactly. You know, in the end of the day, you know what I was about to say, that if trading gives yourself so much stress, then it's impossible for it to become your life work. If you want trading to be something that is going to be paying you for the rest of your life, you need to be able to manage it in the way that is not going to be stressful for yourself, or as less stressful as possible. Because I was trading, like, I'm a really hard learner, and if I learn something, I was learning trading the moment I found out about it. On one hand, because I was very interested, on another hand, because I was a really broken that life situation. So I decided that I need to learn it. So I was sleeping 16 hours per day. And now, can you imagine yourself being so stressed about your trades in 10 years from now, in 15 years from now? It's impossible to keep doing something or enjoy something if it gives you so much stress. And the more stress you get, the more probability there is that sooner or later it's going to lead you to emotional decisions and losses. So, and trading gives you, if trading gives you so much stress, we need to ask yourself a question, why? And mainly it's because either we enter the trade that we are not supposed to be in and we know this, or we use a risk that we are not supposed to be risking. Because let's say you are risking 1% of your account and you are taking the good trade. Would you be that worried about it? No, it probably would give you more peace of mind because you would know that it's a good trade, that you analyzed it, you would make this decision again if you could. And even if it goes wrong at just 1%, there is another trade, I'm going to do it again. This is how professional traders trade, and this is why they survive in the market. You cannot get, and I did this, and you can't survive on this result and then losing it all, and then going back on the top and then losing it all. You know, no, trading is about stability, and the more stable and less stressful you're going to make it for yourself, the better it will be, and the longer you will survive. And in the markets, it's all about staying in the game. Sooner or later, no matter how good you are, there will come a point where you make mistakes, you have losing strikes, you know, one after one after one, and it's not always because of you. The market conditions change, and the things that work for you now in 2 years, you will need to adjust. And until you figure out that something changed, you need to adjust, you will have losses. And the most important thing is to not destroy your progress that you have in the difficult moments in the market or difficult moments that you have in your trading. This is the worst you can do for yourself. You can build up your account for months and then lose it all in 1 week. This is not supposed to happen. You can like grow, make progress, and then lose all of this back to zero. This makes it very difficult to handle emotionally, first of all, but it also will lead you, it's not going to give you consistent results in the long term. The most important thing is to survive in the market. And the worst thing is to lose it all today on an absolutely stupid trades and blow your account to just come back tomorrow and see that if you would wait one more day, you would actually get the best trades that you were waiting for an entire week. That if you would just not make this 1 or 2 mistakes, you would be able to make profits now. Or if you would just not over leverage that your account didn't handle it, that it still would go to your profit if you would place it correctly. This is the worst feeling, and I don't want you guys to feel it. The most important thing in trading is to stay in the game, to be able to take another trade. And you don't want to ever put yourself in the position where you can't take the next trade. Because if you can always make money, and you can always make it up, and you can always come back from the losing strikes. But if you can't take another trade, this is basically it. This is the end of your, at least this account, you know? So the most important thing, guys, don't put yourself in the position where you can't continue the game, because you will constantly be learning. There is no the point, you know, there are people think that progress, I'm going to open my trading queue for a second and draw you the progress, the trader's progress histogram. Just a second. Let's put it all off here. People think that progress and from the trader goes somewhere like that. This is a point 0 where we come in the market. And indeed, we have some troubles and we first lose money, we make some, we lose some, we lose some. And then people ask, when was your breakthrough? And they are asking it with this hope, you know, every single time I go to the event, I see this hope in the eyes of new traders that now I'm going to give them their recipe for success, and by hearing this one sentence, their whole life is going to change. People think that somewhere here, after losses and struggles, there is this bright moment of breakthrough. You know, there is a breakthrough, and then suddenly everything goes well, you know, and people think there is no more big losses, there is no more mistakes, this one breakthrough. And this is why people keep looking for quick results, another strategy, holy grails, new indicators, new knowledge. They constantly, I have this person on my Go Lives, they're constantly asking, what's next? What's more? What's another? I'm like, are you already applying successfully what's there? Because most of the times, it's not about the new information that gets in. Most of the times, it's because we are not applying what we already know, right, about the trader. But I'm going to come back to it in a moment. The life of trader doesn't look this way. In fact, there is some breakthrough, and then it goes a little bit better, and then you lose again a whole bunch of money, and there is another breakthrough. And then it goes again a little bit better and lose again, and there is another breakthrough. And after every single moment, sometimes the breakthrough is on top, and you realize something in the moment where you're making money. But it's always going up and down, and you always will be constantly learning something. There is no just one thing that can change all of it for you. So don't look for the breakthrough, look for the progress. Don't look for this one thing that is going to change it all. Look for the things that can change your current one problem that you're facing, because there will be more of them. One solution cannot fix all your training programs. No, for all the training problem, there is certain solution. Look for one of them step by step. I love you guys too. I see the comments in the chat box. Now, regarding this, I was saying that people keep looking for this holy grails, and we keep looking for this this more indicators and more things to add on top on our strategy, you know, and we keep looking for this new information. Now, I'm going to ask yourself one question. Are you guys already applying honestly, with a hand on your heart, everything you know about trading? Do you guys already apply everything that you know that you should be doing? Example, risk management. Who is applying of all your trades risk management that is supposed to be? Are you guys doing there, like for example, writing down your trades? Who is having the trade journal? Who is having there, for example, note over trading? You say, okay, I'm taking 2 trades a day, and you are sincerely taking 2 trades a day. And if you're not applying it 100%, I'm really proud for all of you guys who do, but if you're not applying it all 100%, you're not supposed to look for information out there. You're not supposed to be looking for more things or adding up to your strategy. No, the things that you're supposed to do is to go out there and review what you know, but you're not applying. Sometimes we try to break these rules in trading. Everyone does. We all do. There, here, we sometimes try to overcome it. And the worst things that can happen to you if you break the rule, and then it works out, gives you profits, this is the worst things that can happen to you. Because then your brain learns that if you risk 10% of your account, for example, or if you take a random trade sometimes, it can still give you good results. But long term, trust me, it's going to lead to the disaster. So try to not teach yourself bad habits about trading. Try to learn good habits that you know going to work long term, and review the things that you already know, but you're not applying yet. If you're going to apply just them, for those who are not yet, your trading will shift 180 degrees, I promise you. And after this, you can still always add more and learn more. But the core things, all of you already heard on every single trading call. You hear these basic principles on every single team training you have. We just need to start applying it. We need to stop looking out there for more information, and we need to start applying the base, right? Because, you know, there is also a lot of ego involved in all of us. And I was the same. I came and I was not there, and let me mix it all up and let me create my own strategy. And I had people in my team who created their own, you know, scanners and all this kind of things. Where they're now, I don't hear about them. Why? Because the ego was so big that it didn't allow them to learn from people who knew what they are doing, and they wanted to create something for them, their own way, to believe that they are better than someone else, much more than they actually wanted progress. You are in the market not to become better than someone else. In the market, what matters is, are you making money or you're not making money? That's the easy, this is the end of the day. The purpose of you being in the market is to make money on trading. And if you are not doing this because you're trying to create some things that are, you know, that are not existing yet, first start making money, and then you have your whole lifetime to create new things if you want to. Right? So we need to come back to basics. These are the things that matter the most in the first place, because those are the foundation of our trading success. And regarding, you know, that's also very important, that to be able to learn, and I'm going to suggest you guys doing one simple thing, because if you have a strategy already that you are doing consistently, and you know you like it, and you chose what to do, and you are still not making profits yet, the problem is not in the strategy, and you don't need to add more technical things on it on top. The problem is here, and the sooner we realize it and accept it, the easier it will get for you to fix it and actually get to the point where you have the result that you want to have. So if it comes to, you know, if it comes to making progress inside of the market, one of the best decisions and things you can make for yourself is to learn how to take lessons from your losses and mistakes. Who can agree here and relate that 90% of your losses are for 10 same repeatable reasons? And I can argue for that 90% of all your losses, of all 90 people on this call, are for this, let's say, roughly 10 reasons. It's not that we are so creative that every single other day we invent another way of losing money, you know? No, we basically lose the same money on the same exact mistakes. So if you would learn, right, not new things, but to learn how to not repeat the same mistakes over and over and over again, can you imagine how far it would bring you? Consistency in the market and in the first percentage of your profit loss, right, is not only increased because people think I'm going to increase my accuracy by adding this one more indicator to my chart. But your consistency doesn't increase, and accuracy doesn't increase only by adding new things, but by removing these things that don't work. Ask yourself which things are not working. If you can eliminate one reason of this 10, it's 10% increase in your accuracy because you have 10% less losses. If you can eliminate 5 of these mistakes that you're doing, it's going to make over 50% increase in your accuracy immediately, because you're going to reduce 50% chances that you're going to make a decision, make a wrong decision, make a mistake. How good that would be. Because in the end of the day, our brain learns patterns. And if you teach it to make the same mistake, have the same wrong pattern about the market, you're going to be repeating it again and again and again. And the first thing you need to do is to be able to detect it. It doesn't mean that from day 1 to day 2, suddenly you will stop over leveraging, for example. No, but first you will make a mistake. Let's say you will take a wrong trade, and then you will think about it after you took a loss. The next time you will take a wrong trade, and you will immediately think, that was a wrong trade to take, and you will close it. And after this, you will think, that's a wrong trade before you are taking it. You see how it works? It's not from day 1 to 2, you immediately stop taking the wrong trades. No, but you are consistently learning and noticing the things and realizing what we are doing wrong is one of the most important steps forward. And for this purpose, I highly suggest you guys, I'm not gonna suggest use a trading journal because it's boring. Who can agree that trading journals are boring? It's kind of boring because this is why a lot of people are not doing it, although we know we are supposed to do. I'm gonna offer you a different solution. You take a screen recording, and every time you take a trade, before taking this trade, you're putting your screen recording with a sound, and you say, I'm gonna take this trade for this and this and this reason, because I see this and this confirmation, and I'm gonna exit here. And you stop recording. It's 10 to 30 seconds. That's it. You put it in a folder, and after the trade close off, you record the trade closed off in profit, good. The trade closed off in loss. Why? Because I missed news, because I missed this information, or next time I can do this better, or I notice that if I do this, trades go to loss, to stop loss. And you put it in a folder. It's roughly less than a minute recording for every single trade. But in the end of the week, you can rewatch this, and you will take so much conclusions. It's gonna give you such a big insight in your trading career. Because our problem is that we automatically take trades and we are not taking conclusions. We lose it and we say, okay, next one. We win it and we say, awesome, next one. We lose it and we say, God damn it, next one. You know, it's always next one, and we don't have time, or we don't give yourself time to actually analyze what happened there. So instead of trading journal, it might be even better, because you will see the charts and you will see what is the repeatable pattern in every single situation or the trades that you take. So try this. That's fast. You carry your phone everywhere in the end of the day, or your laptop, you're analyzing this anyway. It's not a lot of time, but it's going to give you the huge progress, guys. It's changed my trading career as well. And with this, I'm going to recommend you one book. It's called One Good Trade. Amazing book, guys. I'm going to recommend it in there. I'm going to drop it in the chat box, and I'm going to share my screen in a second. Here we go. It's called One Good Trade inside of their highly competitive world of proprietary trading. This is a book, and I never recommend the book about technicals analysis because I think they don't work. Most of them were written 20 years ago and the stuff is not working anymore. But this is a book about one of the best Wall Street firms training their traders. And they explain which things or which routines they give their traders to be able to produce better results. And you can implement the things in your training. Take it from people who are actually doing it for living, for profession, and implement it in your trading. I always say, if learning something, then learn it from the people who do it best. So that's one thing that I can definitely recommend you guys. And about the timing, before we finish off our today's call, right? Who is getting some value, guys? I see the comments in the chat box. I don't need to ask, but I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. But before we finish off our today's session, coming back to the timelines and time pressure that we put on ourselves, I'm going to ask you in another couple of questions in the chat box, okay? How much time are you giving yourself to achieve the trading goal or become successfully profitable trader? How much time are you giving yourself to become successfully profitable trader? 5 years, 7 years, 3 years, one year. Mija, I see it. 1 year, Flora, okay. That's still better, because usually on the trading calls, I see something like 6 months or 3 months, for example. I also see in the trading calls. In any case, I see a couple of other answers in the chat box as well. I'm going to ask those of you who said, let's say 2 years, 1 year, if it's going to take you 5 years instead of 1 or 2, is it going to still worth it? Is it going to still be worth it? Imagine that for the next 5 years, you don't have the results you want. Nothing. You keep hustling. After 5 years, you get the results you want. Are you ready to hustle for the next 5 years and learning the skill set to be able to get the goal that you want, to be able to get this dream that you want? Let's make it bigger. 10 years, guys. Let's say in the next 10 years, still no results, nothing. Is it still going to be worth it after 10 years? Imagine 10 years is a long time. Are you ready to hustle without the results for the next 10 years to be able to, after 10 years, to achieve your goals? The moment I started to trade, I told myself, no matter how much time it takes, no matter how much money I need for this, I'm going to make it work, because in the end of the day, we think that we have choices. People think I'm going to try trading and it doesn't work, I'm going to just give up. And what are you going to do? I'm asking, go back to your 9 to 5 and live the rest of your life without like achieving your dreams and goals, with knowing that there was something more, but you never tried it, or you never worked for it so much that you could achieve it? That's the worst realization that can be out there. In the end of the day, we have only one choice, guys. It's either give up, and after giving up, there is nothing more. I'm going to tell you, for people who quit they give up on trading, they give up on their goals, give up on this and that. There is nothing out there. What are we going to do? Go back to what exactly? To the life we didn't want? I know exactly that every single one of you on this call, or I bet over 90% of you, are here because you wanted to change something. Are here because you want something more, because you have a bigger vision, because you have some dreams. If you are thinking ever about giving up, guys, you need to understand you're not giving up on you're not giving up on training, you're giving up on your dreams. Unless you have a plan B, which is as good as this, then of course, right? There is for some people, you know, I don't know, something else is great. There are like traditional businesses and someone wants, maybe they have their own company, but most people leave and they go back to 9 to 5. It doesn't make any sense in my mind, honestly. It never did. Even if it's going to take 10 years, what does it matter? Because after this 10 years, you have your whole life to enjoy the results and your dreams that you're going to achieve after this time. The only thing that is not going to, like, it's not going to lead you to there is giving up and quitting. So if you have, like, every single one of us has difficult moments, and sometimes it's normal to think, or, you know, that I'm still not there. And we all think this sometimes. But the question is, how are you going through these moments? And are you continuing to go in the direction of your goals and dreams? I always say, if you keep going, if you keep hustling, if you keep doing it, life doesn't have another choice but give you what you want. Sooner or later, it's going to give you what you want if you're not going to quit. Sooner or later, we're going to get what we want if we keep standing around here. If you will ask some chairman in the company, and it applies for trading as well, why, like, what made them chairman is because after some time, you naturally increase your skills. You naturally increase your awareness, your leadership skills, your trading understanding, your emotional discipline. right? Your emotional intelligence. After some time, it's a natural growth that happens. Of course, it's better to have not only natural growth, but also the focus growth, right? Where you intentionally do it. But after some time, it happens anyway. So after some time, you're going to get what you want sooner or later. And I want you guys to remind yourself about this every single time when you are facing some difficulties. Life sometimes tests us, but it tests us because we need to prove that we're worth and are having what we want, and we can handle it, right? If I be able to handle success in trading, I'll be able to handle this amount of money that we're going to be making. And by handling, meaning, what are you going to do with this? Why people lose most of the money in the first year after they won the lottery? Because they were not ready for this. As easy as that. We don't want to make money in trading and then lose it all in the first year, right? So think about this. What are you going to do when you're going to make this money? Why do you need this type of money? What are you going to spend it for? What is your life life purpose? What are you guys going to do with this? All the things are going to lead you to results faster because you're going to be prepared for this. And you're going to be able to go through these challenges faster. When I first started trading, guys, this is the last thing I'm going to say before I finish. I understand where every single one of you, most of you come from. I was in the point where I got deported from the country I was living in with one small suitcase. I was living in my friend's apartment because I didn't have the place where to live. All my stuff was still there in that apartment because my visas were over. And I was living, it was 13 square meters. It was a double bed where on one person bed, we were sleeping, two of us, and there was 5 people in this apartment and a huge dog. And this is where I started trading. I didn't have money to rent my apartment. I didn't even have money to buy myself food. I'm very grateful for my friends because at that moment they were finding actually food, and I was sitting from morning till evening. I invested my last money that I had from the previous company that collapsed and never paid us back. Never. I invested my last money I had into trading, and I was sitting from morning till evening looking at charts and nodding it. And at that moment, being basically not having the place almost where to live, having a home base, not having the money for food, right? Not being able to tell this to parents. I told this to parents after 5 years. I didn't want to worry them and let them down. At that moment, guys, I decided that no matter what is going to take me, I'm going to do this because I never want to come back ever again to the same place in life. And I have a tattoo on my hand, guys, that at that moment I made. It says, pain is temporary, but giving up is forever. Everything you are going in life is temporary, no matter what it is. When you're going through some difficulties, remember that it's going to change sooner or later. But if you quit, it's going to be forever. Giving up on your goals and dreams is forever, guys. So no matter what you do, no matter what you face, remember to not give up on your goals and dreams. And with this, guys, I'm going to leave you with this thought. I love you all. I appreciate all of you. And thank you so much for having me on the call. I hope you guys got some value. And Mija, thank you so much for inviting me. You guys are an amazing team. And I wish you all to achieve all your dreams and goals because you guys deserve it. I see you on the next calls. Thank you so much, guys, and love you all.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Leute, drop mal bitte eine 7-7 in den Chat, um ganz kurz eure Liebe zu zeigen, okay? Anastasia hat sich almost eine Stunde Zeit genommen, hat wirklich eine komplette Go-Live-Session hier wirklich nur für das Team von uns wirklich auf die Beine gestellt. Anastasia, thank you very much for the value, okay? We appreciate your time, almost 1 hour. You did a whole Go-Live session private for us, and we appreciate that, all right? Thank you so much. Have a nice day, good evening, and we see us at the next calls. Und Leute, ganz wichtig, taggt Anastasia bei Instagram, zeigt ihr auf jeden Fall, dass ihr da seid. Und was sehr, sehr wichtig ist, komm mal, wer von euch hat was gelernt auf diesem Call? Drop mal bitte eine 111 in den Chat, wenn du bis jetzt wirklich was gelernt hast, weil sie hat gerade wirklich Value gedroppt. Aber wenn du denkst, dass es jetzt schon vorbei ist, dann hast du nichts gecheckt. paar Leute haben den Call jetzt gerade geliebt. Ich dachte, die Daten erst vorbei, aber nein, nein, nein. Jetzt geht's erst richtig ab, Leute. Denn wir haben noch einen Pitbull für euch hier bereit. Wir haben noch eine Größe, okay, aus dem gesamten Dachraum für euch hier ready, die euch wirklich jetzt nochmal alles, was es gibt, geben wird. Und ich sage jetzt eine einzige Sache, okay? Geh in diese Suchteilnehmerliste. Guck, ob dein Trading Buddy oder dein Buddy, dein Business Buddy, deine Upline, guck, ob der noch auf dem Call ist. Und wenn du ihn nicht findest, dann ruf ihn jetzt an, weil er darf das nicht verpassen. Ich sag dir das. Dieses Recording ist ein Recording für die Götter. Es wird in die Hall of Fame eingehen. Okay? Deshalb, Leute, spitzt nochmal die Ohren, weil jetzt haben wir einen sehr, sehr, sehr speziellen Gast für euch bereit. Okay? Es ist meine Ehre, diesen Gast wirklich persönlich auch edifyen zu dürfen, okay? Es ist keine geringere Person als Mr. Luca Scherrer. Und was soll ich über ihn sagen? Guck mal, wenn mich Leute fragen und sagen, ey, Thiago, wie waren so deine Anfänge damals im Trading? Ich sage, ja, ich bin hier gestartet, ich habe nur genetworked, ich habe nur aufgebaut und Teams gebaut und zusammenbrechen lassen und was auch immer, bis ich dann irgendwann im Trading auch wirklich durchstarten konnte. Warum? Weil ein Belief-Träger, okay, meine Augen erblickt hat, okay? Und dieser Mann war Luca Scherrer. Er ist die Person, die mich irgendwo unterbewusst im Trading gelauncht hat, weil ich habe diesen Typen gesehen in der Schweiz bei diesem Call damals und ich dachte mir, Digga, wenn der das kann, dann kann ich das auch. Und das war für mich genau der Einstieg, okay, in mein Trading-Game und damals so mit HFX. Er war der absolute GOAT, hat damals wirklich täglich mit Silas Live-Sessions gemacht für den gesamten deutschen Raum, Leute. Ich habe mit den beiden Jungs damals mehr Profits in HFX gemacht als mit Matthew Taylor und ihr visst ganz genau, die OGs, Matthew Taylor, das war eine Legend, alright? Und ihr habt mindestens genauso eine große Legend jetzt hier auch wirklich auf diesem Call. Deshalb, Leute, seid bereit. Jetzt für den Value. Luca hat einiges ausgepackt. Luca, Bro, ich danke dir wirklich vielmals für deine Zeit, denn ich weiß, es ist gar keine Selbstverständlichkeit. Er leitet ein Team von mehreren hunderten Personen, okay? Ist natürlich noch anderweitig vernetzt wie kein anderer. Deshalb gebt ihm Liebe, zeigt, dass ihr da seid, Leute. In diesem Sinne würde ich sagen, taggt ihn bei Instagram. Lass uns loslegen. Round 2, okay? Trading Psychology Masterclass Volume 3. Let's go, Bro. Du kannst den Sturm. Und wir können, oh, warte, du kannst dich jetzt gleich in Sturm in 1, 2, 3. Und jetzt geht's. 1, 2, 3, Test. Jetzt.
Yes,
ja.
sir.
Let's go!
Alright. Guys, kurze Frage. Wer hat noch Kapazität hier oben, irgendwo ein paar Jensen ready, um noch ein bisschen aufnahmefähig? Mal Einzelwelle in den Chat. Wer von euch ist noch aufnahmefähig? Alright. Guys, ich würde sagen, herzlich willkommen von meiner Seite her und vielen Dank, Thiago, für die nette Einladung, für den guten Deal, den wir da gemacht haben zusammen. Und da würde ich sagen, Guys, ich lege direkt los. Und mir ist eins wichtig, ich habe nicht alles mitbekommen von Anastasia zuvor. Es kann sein, dass sich gewisse Punkte überschneiden. Es kann sein, dass gewisse Dinge sich überschneiden, aber nichtsdestotrotz möchte ich hier meine persönliche Experience innerhalb von den letzten 2,5, fast 3 Jahren mitgeben. Alright? Und was ich wichtig finde als Anfänger, was die Leute halt oft nicht checken, ist, dass wenn du die Dinge hier beginnst zu lernen, die meisten Personen gehen das Business mit der falschen Einstellung an. Alright? Die meisten Personen gehen das Business mit der falschen Einstellung an. Okay? 80 bis 90% in diesem Business, im Trading-Bereich, ist das hier oben. Alright? Und 10 bis 20 ist wirklich die Strategie an und für sich. Ich habe die schon 1000-mal gehört, ist mir bewusst. Jedoch hast du es auch wirklich verstanden. Weil der Punkt ist der, alles entscheidet darüber, wie du dich fühlst, wie du die Sachen angehst, wie du mit Negativität umgehst, das alles entscheidet darüber, wie du an den Märkten handelst. Das heißt, der Punkt Nummer 1, den ich sehr wichtig finde, Guys, hat Anastasia am Ende nochmal sehr schön gesagt, gebt euch Zeit. Selbst wenn es 5 Jahre dauert, wäre es absolut nicht bad. Selbst dann ist es noch immer noch besser, als zurück in den 9-to-5 zu gehen. Alright? Das heißt, schreibt die Learnings, auch wenn ihr sie schon aufgeschrieben habt, schreibt ihr sie nochmals auf. Alright? Sehr wichtig, Long-Term Vision. Das ist kein Business, wo du heute startest und dann das Gefühl hast, du machst innerhalb von den nächsten 3 bis 6 Monaten oder 12 Monaten, keine Ahnung was daraus. Und das sind Dinge, die Zeit brauchen, okay? Auch von Renditen her, das finde ich auch ein wichtiger Punkt. Wenn du beginnst und das ganze Business ernst nimmst, ist ein Punkt der Keypunkt für alles. Wenn du den Keypunkt einhältst, werden sich all deine Träume in deinem Leben verwirklichen. Und der Keypunkt ist Consistency. Alright? Die Konstanz. Und was bedeutet Konstanz? Wie kannst du überhaupt eine Konstanz aufbauen? Alright? Konstanz kommt dadurch, wenn du Verständnis bekommst für das, was du hier tust. Wenn du verstanden hast, dass es Zeit braucht. Wenn du verstanden hast, dass wenn du Trade setzt, gewisses Minus gehen und gewisse Stop-Loss-Hits bekommst, dass du daraus lernen sollst. Alright? Das heißt, es ist sehr wichtig zu verstehen, die Konstanz hier in diesem Business ist der Key für den Erfolg. Ich habe keinen in diesem Business gesehen scheitern. Ich habe noch nie jemanden gesehen scheitern in diesem Business. Ich habe die Leute nur gesehen, zu früh aufgeben. Und das ist die innere Haltung, die du für dich haben musst, zu verstehen, wie lange gibst du dir Zeit? Wie lange bist du ready, durch die Scheiße durchzugehen, ohne einen einzigen Cent zu verdienen? Wie lange? Weil wenn du sagst, nach 6 Monaten bin ich raus, dann bist du raus, dann musst du gar nicht in diesem Business starten, dann musst du gar nicht das Gefühl haben, ich mache das hier mal ein paar Monate, mal schauen, wie es läuft. Es ist wichtig zu verstehen, die Long-Term-Vision reinzubekommen, zu verstehen, dass es von mir aus auch Jahre dauern darf. Als ich damals gestartet bin, habe ich mir gesagt, Luca, selbst wenn es 3 Jahre, 5 oder 7 Jahre dauert, selbst wenn es 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Jahre dauert, scheiß drauf. Scheiß drauf. Wir alle machen, schau mal, wer von euch hat eine Ausbildung gemacht? Mal 1 in Chat. Oder wir machen ein Studium, 2 in Chat. Wer ist arbeitslos? 3 in Chat. Oh shit, alright, alright, alright. Alright. Viele 3, guys, alright. So, ihr müsst verstehen, es gibt vielleicht die einen oder anderen, die eine Ausbildung gemacht haben. Es gibt die einen oder anderen, die am Studieren sind. Viele, die gerade zu Hause rumhängen oder vielleicht nicht wirklich arbeiten. Nur dieses Business hier haben, was absolut geil ist. Der Punkt, auf den ich hinaus möchte, ist, die meisten Leute machen eine 3-jährige Ausbildung. Okay? Und das ist ein sehr, sehr wichtiger Kernpunkt. Die meisten Leute machen 3 Jahre lang eine Ausbildung. Und das möchte ich mal kurz zeigen, okay? Das heißt, sagen wir mal, du arbeitest 8 Stunden pro Tag. Alright? Du arbeitest deine 8 Stunden pro Tag. Das Ganze machst du im Monat auf 20 Tage mal 12. Alright? Dann machst du 1900 Stunden pro Jahr. Das Ganze machst du auf 3 Jahre. Du investierst roundabout 5700 Stunden, bis du eine Ausbildung durch hast. Und Leute jammern, wenn sie 2 Monate am Start sind, keine Ergebnisse haben? Rechne mal nach, wie viele Stunden hast du schon in dieses Business investiert? Wie viele Stunden hast du schon in dieses Business investiert? Schreib mal hier unten in den Chat, wie lange bist du dabei? Wie lange bist du dabei? 7 Monate. Also Leonita, du bist 7 Monate am Start. Leonita, schreib mal in den Chat, wie viele Stunden hast du in den letzten 7 Monaten durchschnittlich pro Tag investiert? Durchschnittlich. 1 Stunde, 1,5, vielleicht 30 Minuten. 3 bis 4 Stunden pro Tag, mit Samstag, Sonntag durch. 7 Monate, 3, 4 Stunden, richtig? Mal kurz eins in den Chat, wenn das stimmt. Alright. Wir nehmen mal 3,5 Stunden, alright? Das Ganze machen wir mal 7 Tage. Sorry, mein Fehler. So, wir machen 3,5 Stunden. Das Ganze machen wir mal auf 20 Tage. Da haben wir so einen Trading-Monat mehr oder weniger durch. Und das Ganze hast du wie lange schon? Was war das hier? 7 Monate? 7 Monate. Das Ganze mal 7. Du hast jetzt roundabout 490 Stunden in dein Business investiert. Wie viele Stunden haben wir noch für eine Ausbildung? Wie viele Stunden haben wir noch für eine Ausbildung? Schau mal, wie viel waren das? Ungefähr. 5000 plus. Und Guys, ich weiß nicht, ob euch das aufgefallen ist. Ihr habt denn jetzt eine Ausbildung. Alright? Ihr habt nicht noch was weiteres gemacht, noch weiter was aus dir gemacht im normalen 9-to-5 Berufsleben. Man sagt 10.000 Stunden, das habe ich vorhin schon im Chat gelesen, und genau das ist der Keypunkt, den du verstehen musst. Und ich spreche hier nicht von Copy-Paste, ich spreche hier nicht von Go-Live, paar Trades mitnehmen, ich spreche hier von Eigenanalyse mit Tools, alright? Und das ist genau der Punkt, den wir verstehen müssen, die Long-Term-Vision an den Tag legen zu können, zu verstehen, ich bin ready, durch die Scheiße durchzugehen, egal was kommt, du musst dir erst das Commitment setzen. Wann hast du dich das letzte Mal in den Spiegel geschaut, dir tief in die Augen geschaut und gesagt, das ist mein Business und ich bleibe hier dran, bis ich damit Erfolg habe? Hast du überhaupt schon die Entscheidung getroffen, es wirklich zu wollen? Hast du schon die Entscheidung getroffen, professional zu werden in dem, was wir hier tun? Wenn nicht, es wird Zeit. Wenn ja, tu das. Weil die Entscheidung zu treffen, professional zu werden im Trading-Bereich, ist der Moment, wo es Klick macht. Ist der Moment, wo du nicht mehr Party an erster Stelle setzt, nicht mehr rausgehen und irgendjemand chillen oder einen rauchen als Priorität setzt. Das ist der Moment, wo du beginnst, das Business an oberste Stelle zu stellen. Weil wenn du nicht das Business an oberste Stelle stellst, wie will ich dann das Business an seine oberste Stelle stellen? Wie? Alright? Und alles beginnt mit der Entscheidung, Konsistenz durchzuziehen und das Verständnis zu bekommen, dass die Dinge Zeit brauchen. That's it. Alright? Nächster Punkt, auf den ich gerne eingehen möchte. Guys, ich kann es echt nicht mehr sehen und ich kann es echt nicht mehr hören. Wie oft wollt ihr noch die Strategie wechseln? Wie oft wollt ihr noch die Strategien durchswitchen? Wie oft wollt ihr noch Change to Change to Change? Wisst ihr, was das Krasse ist? Es gibt neuerweise nicht mehr nur die Hype-Hoppler, nenne ich die von Hype zu Hype hoppeln, sondern es gibt ja auch die Backflip-Hoppler. Das sind diejenigen, die 20 Strategien gemacht haben, die dann der Reihe nach wieder zurück nochmal durchtesten, weil die gedacht haben, das lief doch damals besser als die ich jetzt gemacht habe. Ich bekomme Kopfschmerzen. Das ist der Punkt, den ich sehr, sehr wichtig finde, Guys. Ihr müsst eine Strategie an die Hand nehmen. Alright? Ihr müsst eine Strategie an die Hand nehmen und da ready sein, die Energie reinzustecken. Und ich höre das oft und verstehe mich bitte nicht falsch. Ich weiß, wir teachen immer, nicht jede Strategie ist für dich und du musst, das verstehe ich auch, das sagen viele Leute immer, ja. Ich habe da persönlich eine andere Meinung nach. Es gibt vielleicht Tools und Strategien, die dir einfacher liegen als die anderen. Ja. Aber nur weil eine Strategie nicht so 100% zusagt, muss es nicht heißen, dass du damit nicht profitabel werden kannst. Weil ich das Gefühl habe, dass die Leute es oft aus Ausrede nehmen, um zu sagen, die Strategie ist nichts für mich. Nee, du bist nicht ready für die Strategie. Betonung auf nicht ready. Du kannst aber, wenn du willst, wenn du die Energie reinsteckst. Und genauso passiert es, dass die Leute von Strategie zu Strategie wechseln, weil sie allen anderen die Schuld geben, nur sich selbst nicht. Und genau aus diesem Grund bin ich Fan davon, nimm ein Tool. Und wisst ihr, was das Krasse daran ist? Wenn ihr mal ein Tool von der I Am Mastery Academy beherrscht, wisst ihr, was das Geile daran ist? Du kannst so gut wie alle traden. Schon mal aufgefallen? Wenn du mal ein Tool profitabel traden kannst, wirst du alle anderen Tools auch so gut wie, klar, ein paar Wochen, ein bisschen Einführungszeit, aber dann bist du genauso drin. Wenn du mal ein Tool beherrschst, kannst du alle anderen genauso. Und das ist der Punkt, den wir verstehen müssen. Nehmt einfach eine Strategie, die so simpel wie möglich ist. Ob du jetzt diese Kackpunkte bei Hourglass magst oder nicht. Ob den RSI ein bisschen eine komische Farbe hat. Oder Stochastic. Oder ob du Bolliger Bands nicht gefallen. I don't give a single shit. Lern das, was da Freude ist. Und versuch nicht, Umwege zu nehmen und zu sagen, hey, da und hier und mach dein Ding. Nimm deine Strategie, zieh die Strategie durch. Alright? Du musst lernen, besser zu werden und die Strategie zu beherrschen. Das ist sehr, sehr wichtig. Alright? Nächster Punkt, Money Mindset. Anastasia hat das wunderschön gesagt. Ich möchte mich jetzt nicht hier wirklich repetieren und die Dinge nochmal 1000-mal wiederholen. Ich bringe es auf meine ganz eigene Art und Weise. Und Anastasia hat eigentlich das gemacht, was ich ganz kurz noch vorhatte. Und ich place es noch mal kurz runter. Wenn jemand von euch denkt, ich bin ready, ein 100.000er Konto handeln zu können, dann hättest du bereits ein 100.000er Konto. Wenn du denkst, du kannst 10.000 handeln, dann wärst du bereits ready oder hättest bereits ein 10.000er Konto. Schau dein Bankkonto jetzt mal. Schau jetzt mal, öffne von mir aus deine, was habt ihr in Deutschland, Sparkasse? Öffne mal dein Bankkonto und schau da rein. Und schau deinem Bankkonto ganz, ganz tief in die Augen, alright? Ganz tief, vielleicht ist auch ein Minus, okay? Vielleicht sieht es ganz übel aus. Schau mal auf dein Bankkonto. Und das ist genau der Punkt, nicht dein Wert, sondern dein Wert des Mindsets, den du dem Geld gegenüber hast. Alright? Wenn du jetzt auf dein Bankkonto schaust, ist es nicht, es sind gerade die Umstände. Ich hatte gerade mal Rechnungen. Ich muss jetzt mal genau dies und jenes noch bezahlen. Das hast du jeden fucking Monat. Lüg dich nicht an. Es liegt nur daran, dass du nicht ready bist, die Dinge zu tun, die du tun müsstest. Ja, ich habe einen Job, der bezahlt mich zu schlecht und danach will ich noch Trading. Schau mal, Guys. Und da beginnen genau die Kopfschmerzen, die ich nicht mag. Wie gesagt, das ist meine persönliche Experience. Wenn du aktuelle finanzielle Schwierigkeiten hast, du hast echt miese Zeiten gerade finanziell im Sinne. Es gibt vielleicht 1%, die mit dem Druck umgehen können und trotzdem traden können und konstant Profite machen können. Vielleicht 1%. 99% der Menschen, so hart wie es klingt, das ist meine Experience von der Orga und allgemein, was ich gesehen habe, können mit privatem finanziellen Druck nicht umgehen und gleichzeitig noch Profite machen im Trading. Wenn deine Bank Balance 0 oder Minus ist, geh arbeiten. Es ist keine Schande. Ich weiß, wir träumen alle von Freiheit und geil. Und das siehst du, sie alle wieder reißen mit den letzten paar Cents, die sie noch irgendwie auf der Seite hatten, rauszuballern, um auf Instagram zu flexen. Ich bin gerade, Digga. Ich verstehe es ja und man fühlt es ja auch, das verstehe ich ja alles. Aber dann geh arbeiten, wenn du nicht über die Runden kommst. Ein anderer Punkt ist, wenn du sagst, du kommst gerade so Break-Even raus oder leicht im Plus, ich lebe jetzt nicht perfekt, aber Break-Even, dann hast du die perfekte Ausgangslage. Du hast keinen finanziellen Druck, aber du kannst dir auch nicht Highlife gönnen. Dann hast du den perfekten Druck, nicht zu viel, dass du Existenzängste haben musst, aber auch nicht so, dass du im Luxus leben kannst. Dann hast du den perfekten und optimalen Druck, um wachsen zu können. Du kannst überleben und du hast den Hunger danach, mehr Geld zu verdienen, weil es nur gerade knapp reicht. Du musst beginnen, deinen Kopf zu entwickeln, was Geld betrifft. Die Dinge müssen sich entwickeln. Deswegen brauchst du diese Calls. Deswegen brauchst du gewisse Bücher. Genau deswegen musst du dich entwickeln. Wie sieht es bei dir persönlich aus? Wie managst du dein Geld? Wie viel geht bei dir raus für Spaß? Wie viel jeden Monat auf dein Sparkonto? Wie viel jeden Monat investierst du in dich selbst, in Bücher, Seminare, Weiterbildungen? Ein Paket zählt auch dazu. Alright? Wie viel spendest du? Wie oft bist du draußen und gibst irgendeinen armen Kerl, der noch weniger hat als du, aber Passens? Digga, wenn du gibst, bekommst du. Das ist das Universum. Was erwartest du? Und genauso ist es wichtig, dass du die Konten geil aufteilst und dir somit langfristig ein Vermögen aufbauen kannst. Was du sparst, ich habe für mich auch so ein Sparkonto, das fasse ich nicht an. Das ist nur mein Geldmagnetkonto. Wer Bodo Schäfer kennt, weiß, von was ich spreche. Das ist mein Geldmagnetkonto, das fasse ich nicht an. Das ist mein Geldmagnet. Mehr Geld zieht immer mehr Geld an. Broke sein zieht immer mehr Brokenness an. Das ist normal. Und deswegen, auch wenn es, ey, Guys, es geht ums Mindset, nicht um Millionen auf die Seite zu legen. Es geht ums Mindset. Selbst wenn du jeden Monat 5 Euro oder 1 Euro zur Seite legst, hast du deinen Job schon getan. Es geht ums Mindset. Die meisten Leute haben noch nicht mal gelernt, wirklich zu sparen. Die meisten Leute sparen nicht mal. Die meisten Leute legen Geld zur Seite, was sie später für Rechnungen brauchen oder für Urlaub. Du sparst nicht. Du legst Geld zur Seite für später, aber es ist nicht sparen. Alright? Geldmagnetkonto auf die Seite legen, da sehr, sehr gut das aufbauen. Wie viel investierst du? Investierst du in Trading-Konten, Kryptoportfolios, Aktien, Immobilien, Firmenanteile, was ihr auch immer sonst noch macht. Alright? Ihr braucht Cashflow. Es muss sich Cashflow generieren. Deswegen liebe ich Trade and Build. Alright? Da gehe ich aber später mal drauf ein oder es ist mal ein anderer Call. Aber einfach, dass ihr Bescheid wisst, dass das Money-Mindset hier oben stimmen muss und dementsprechend was Geiles auf die Beine stellen könnt. Wenn ihr hier oben nicht ready seid, wird es nicht funktionieren. Wenn du nicht jetzt lernst, einen einzigen Euro auf die Seite zu legen, wirst du später auch nicht ready sein, Hunderttausende von Euros auf die Seite zu legen. Wie denn? Du hast es nie gelernt. Beginn mit den kleinen Summen und da beginnt das Money-Mindset, wie du dich selbst entwickeln kannst, auch in diesem Bereich. Sei nicht zu geizig, spende auch mal Geld, leg ein bisschen was zur Seite, investiere ein bisschen was und lebe auch dein Leben. Ich weiß nicht, ob ihr schon wusstet, alright, aber unsere Zeit hier auf diesem schönen Planeten ist begrenzt. Wisst ihr, was der Sinn des Lebens ist? Der Sinn des Lebens ist Leben. Wir haben nur eins. Je nachdem, welchem Glauben das man schenken darf. So, aber je nachdem. Und das ist der Punkt, wir wissen nicht, wie lange wir hier noch auf diesem schönen Planeten haben. Deswegen lebt auch euer Leben. Die Kombination muss stimmen, die Balance muss stimmen. Nicht Geld unnötig aus dem Fenster zu schmeißen, aber auch nicht den ganzen Tag in deinen 4 Wänden zu sitzen und gar nichts tun. Alright? Du sollst leben. Sinn des Lebens ist Leben. Alright? Und genau deswegen gehört das auch dazu, dass du halt ein erfülltes Leben führen kannst. Nicht nur Money Management, nicht nur irgendwie schauen, dass du über die Runden kommst, sondern ich habe es in meinem letzten Beitrag gepostet, okay? Enjoy your life and work your ass off. Das ist der Punkt, alright? Die Balance muss stimmen. So, und das sind mal die Kernpunkte, die ich sehr, sehr wichtig finde. Wir haben schon mal Consistency, wir haben Long Term, wir haben Money Management, okay? Wir haben schon so einige wichtige Punkte abhaken können. Und wo ich gerne noch darauf eingehen möchte, ist die Emotionalität an den Charts. Und da kommt ein sehr, sehr großer Keypunkt für mich. Und ich bin ein bisschen erschrocken, warum das so wenige machen. Für mich ist es absoluter Keypunkt. Schau mal, Guys, wer hatte schon mal schlechte Tage und ist danach an Trading Chart rangegangen? Mal eins im Chat. Wer hat da schon mal ein bisschen den einen oder anderen Trade versemmelt und der mal gut und gerne in die falsche Richtung gelaufen ist oder ich sage mal in die Richtung, wo man was davon lernt? Alright, einige, okay? Und was ich mit auf den Weg geben will, und das ist die Kunst der persönlichen Entwicklung, die Kunst der Ruhe. Die Kunst der Ruhe, wenn du verstanden hast, und das kläre ich gleich, wie ich mir das selbst immer aufbaue, wenn du verstanden hast, Punkt Nummer 1, dass du nicht deine Emotion bist. Klingt erstmal komisch. Du bist nicht deine Emotion. Wer von euch meditiert regelmäßig? Mal eins im Chat. Okay, wir haben 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Stück haben wir. Alright? Guys, wenn du meditierst, lernst du eins sehr, sehr schnell. Die Leute, die beginnen mit Meditieren, machen 1, 2 Minuten, sind schon sehr, sehr kurz vorm Durchdrehen und denken sich, ey, die Scheiße ist nichts für mich. Wenn du lange genügend dran bleibst, dann wirst du eins realisieren. Wenn du beginnst zu meditieren, kommen dir gewisse Gedanken. Wenn du aber diesen Gedanken keinen Wert zuteilst und nicht nach den Gedanken greifst, schwirren die Gedanken an dir vorbei, ohne einen gewissen Wert und eine eher innerliche emotionale Wertung zu haben. Versteht ihr ein bisschen, was ich meine? Wenn du einen Gedanken hast, der durch den Kopf geht und du greifst nach dem Gedanken, du nimmst den bewusst wahr, dann fühlt sich, egal was du denkst, es kommt immer eine Emotion hoch. Immer. Alright? Und wenn du durch das Meditieren lernst, genau das loszulassen, dann kannst du noch so einen Kacktag haben, dann setzt du dich hin und du machst dein Ding. Aber das ist die Kunst dabei, das musst du erstmal lernen. Wie kann es sein, dass ein Go-Live-Educator Silas Sette Ducati 5 Tage die Woche live tradet, abends um 6? Glaubt ihr nicht, dass er auch mal schlechte Tage hat? Glaubt ihr nicht, dass es dem auch mal beschissen geht? Warum ist er dann trotzdem fähig, so zu performen, wie er performt? Control your mind. Das ist alles, worum es geht. Du musst lernen, dich, deinen Kopf und deine Emotionen zu kontrollieren. Zumindest die Wertung der Gedanken, die du hast, die Wertung der Emotionen. Damit beginnt alles. Und genau so kannst du völlig cool und locker an die Charts reinhocken, wenn du wirklich vorankommen willst und deine Bad Vibe Days mal wirklich cutten kannst. Ich spreche nicht von Verdrängen, alright? Weil die Dinge, egal was passiert, musst du so oder so verarbeiten. Früher oder später. Aber für einen gewissen Moment einfach locker lassen zu können und zu wissen, ich bin jetzt an den Charts. Weil, was passiert oft? Ich weiß nicht genau, wie der Satz geht. Versinnbildlich bedeutet es, wenn du hingehst an den Chart und du tradest und du setzt einen Trade, das sind es eigentlich deine kompletten Charaktereigenschaften, Emotionen, Feelings, Gedanken komprimiert in wenigen Sekunden. Gebt euch das. Ein Trade, wenn du eine Trade setzt, ist nichts anderes als eine komprimierte Emotion, komprimiert von deinen Charakterzügen, von deinen Feelings, von deinen Gedanken in wenigen Sekunden, in Mikrosekunden. Bist du eine Person, die zu gehypt an die Charts geht? Gehst du zu leichtsinnig rein und du übersiehst gewisse Dinge? Gehst du mit zu sehr Bad Vibes in den ganzen Chart rein oder mit Angst, weil dir heute was passiert ist, gehst du hin und du nimmst die Setups nicht mit, die eigentlich schön wären, weil du gewisse Angst verspürst. Und genau die Dinge gilt es zu kontrollieren. Und Guys, wenn ihr wirklich ein System habt, und das ist das Wichtigste, wenn du ein System hast, hast du nie wieder Angst und hast keinen Platz für Emotionen an den Charts, wenn du ein System hast. Wenn du kein System hast, dann ist immer so Bauchgefühl, das sieht schon gut aus, das könnte schon passen. Wenn du aber ein System hast, du sagst, du tradest Liberty, okay, wo ist die 200er EMA? Wie sieht der Trend aus? Wie viele Punkte habe ich jetzt gerade? Okay, Fibonacci auf Support Resistance, wie sieht das da aus? Wie sind meine Feelings dazu? Wenn du all die Dinge beachtest und du hast deine 5 Punkte, die du anschaust, nicht 10, nicht 20, sondern genau deine 5 Punkte, die du anschaust und du kannst mit gutem Gewissen sagen, genau das ist es, alles eingehalten, dann gehst du emotionslos den Trade ein und kannst ihn mitnehmen. That's it. Viele Leute traden nicht 100% nach System. Wisst ihr, was die meisten Menschen machen? Die traden mal 2, 3 Wochen nach System, bringen danach ihren eigenen Charakter ins Trading rein, obwohl sie noch nicht mal profitabel sind und kombinieren irgendwie 20 Strategien gleichzeitig. Da bekomme ich echt Kopfschmerzen. Da kannst du nicht erwarten, dass du vorankommst. Deswegen, wenn du nicht 100% sicher bist, ob das ein Setup ist oder nicht, dann geh zu deiner Upline, geh auf Go Live, check es ab und stell den richtigen Personen die richtigen Fragen. Du kannst nicht traden und denkst in etwa. Du musst genau dein System haben, alles muss genauso passen, wie du dir das vorstellst. Wie oft bin ich auf Trading-Sessions eingeladen und ich lasse erstmal die Leute traden und ich sehe, das ist einfach so ein, passt schon. Passt schon. Ist ein okay Trade. Ich scheiße auf dein okay Trade. Ich will den perfekten Trade, der gut aussieht, der passt, die alle Indikatoren genauso sein müssen, wie sie müssen. Wie willst du es sonst reflektieren? Wie? Geht nicht. Wie willst du es reflektieren, wenn du es auf Bauchgefühl machst? Alles nur Bauchgefühl. Das kannst du nicht reflektieren. Funktioniert nicht. Ja, mein Bauchgefühl ist diesmal ein bisschen anders. Bullshit. Geh hin, halte dich an die Strategie, halte dich an dein System und genau die Punkte, wenn ich jetzt dich fragen würde, was sind die Punkte, die du anschauen musst, bei deiner Strategie soll die aus dem FF geschossen kommen. Genau direkt sagen können, das und das muss genau so stimmen. Alright? Und nicht, ich müsste erstmal den Markt sehen. Ich müsste erstmal sehen, wie es sonst noch aussieht. Alright? Wenn du wirklich das Ganze machen willst, dann musst du dich wirklich an die Dinge halten. Alright?